Hello, lovelies. This is Lynn. And I was wrapping up my day of readings, and I got the notification that the Menendez brothers had their sentences changed from life in prison without parole to 50 years to life with parole as an option, which means that they are now eligible for parole. So I wanted to do a quick reading tonight and get it out to see what's going to happen next. As a reminder, I do a modified Celtic cross. The center is the same. My order of this row is different. I start at the top and go down. There's the internal, the external, the hopes and fears, and then the outcome. This row is 0 to 3 months. The next one here, it's kind of hard to see, is 3 to 6 months, and then I have a row of 6 to 12 months. So as I'm going through the reading, I will move things around so you can see. All right, I'm going to go off screen so you can see the cards a little better. Okay, at the heart of the matter is the world. They are one foot in one realm, 1 foot in another. They see this change in their sentences as the possibility to move into that other realm being freedom. Crossed by the King of Pentacles. This is a man who is, or energy, let's put it that way. I need to pause for just a moment. Okay, I don't know about where you live, but the pollen is real here. Whoo, it's big. Anyway, um, so the King of Pentacles is somebody who's got a very firm grip on who they are and how to control their emotions. But I feel like with this card, it's the remember it's the crossed by, so I get the feeling that something's going to happen that will show whether or not they have come to terms with things that occurred. At the base of the reading is the Ace of Swords, and this is the potential of new beginnings. This is their hope that things will go their way. Energy passing away is the Five of Swords, and in the reverse, this is a card of feeling like they're letting go. They're trying to avoid conflict. They're trying to be on their best behavior. And they're attempting to overcome the struggles, the emotional struggles that they've had with all that has occurred. Overarching energy of the reading is the Knight of Cups in reverse. And this is somebody who is does not have good control over their emotions. This is somebody who is manipulative, possibly. Narcissistic comes to mind. Like, and what is typical with narcissists is that they know how to read their audience, if you will, and determine what they need to see, what they need to feel seen and heard and loved and fulfilled. And they play to that. They become what that person needs until they get their way. And very often you see this in relationships where everything was great up until the time they got married. And then it was like, okay, you're stuck now. The switch is off. My real personality is coming out. That's what this card says to me. They are hoping for new relations. They are hoping for generosity and compassion and empathy. In the 3 to 6 month, or excuse me, in the 0 to 3 month, um, the internal is the Three of Wands. And the Three of wands are always um, action, initiatives. Um, so they are in a place of having a lot of determination to get this done. Externally is the Queen of Pentacles. And pentacles can symbolize either financial health and abundance, or it can cover physical health. And in terms of the Queen of Pentacles, I almost feel like this one should be reversed. Because when I look at the pictures of the two brothers, one looks very peaceful and calm, and the other does not. So perhaps a sideways on this, because we are reading about two different people. And that to me tells me that there's a possibility that one gets parole and the other will not. Hopes and fears of the future is the King of Wands. Again, it's that initiative, that action, that potential of growth. And they see parole as that potential. But at the bottom, we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, excuse me. And it's not, so in the 0 to 3 months, nothing's going to happen for them. It's not, nothing is going to come to fruition. They're really hoping, they're really determined to make it happen. And this is a no for me. I'm going to move cards around just here just a bit so that you can see. Let me pause for a moment. Okay, so earlier I said that I do a modified Celtic cross, and this is the three arms or legs or columns, if you will. There we go. So I've read the 0 to 3 months. This is the 3 to 6 months. This is the 6 to 12 months. In the 0 to 3, we have determination, we have maturity, emotional maturity, and yet I don't, because we're reading for two, I feel like that should be both the reversed and the upright meaning. One of them is emotionally mature, one of them has worked through the trauma that they endured and that they then perpetuated on somebody else. Their hope is that action will be taken in their favor, and yet I don't see that occurring. In the 3 to 6 months, here's that hope again, and yet this is the Four of Wands. They're hoping for that beautiful, bright future, one of growth and possibility. That's the internal. Externally, yeah, I don't think that's happening. This is the Seven of Swords reversed, and it's just, to me, this feels like continued. I see these swords as the bars of the prison cell, and that's the external belief in the 3 to 6 month. Their hopes and fears is the Knight of Swords in reverse. This is certainly their fear that the decisions will not go their way. And then we have the Empress in reverse. And this is, again, a no card for me for them. It's not going to happen, and certainly not in this time frame, in the 3 to 6 month time frame. Is there more? Okay, no, I don't get anything else with that one. And then in the 6 to 12 month range, we have the Fool in reverse. And this is both naivety and it's rash decision making. It is, back at the start, I talked about emotional maturity and let's see, let me see where the card is. Nope, not coming back. Okay, that's fine. Um, they're hiding, they're hiding. They're really good about putting on the face that other people want to see, but that's not happening. The Fool says that something is going to happen, that they behave in a way that will ensure that they do not get parole. Next, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. And this is externally, and whomever is making those decisions, the cup is emptying out. So the possibilities are not going to happen. Hopes and fears, the Four of Pentacles, they are juggling and hoping and really in the Smith Rider Waite tarot deck, the imaging of this has the 2 coins at the bottom under the feet, one in the hand, and I think one above, if I recall correctly. And that is the individual is basically hoarding their resources. And here the hope is that they will access whatever resources that were available to them, that are available to them. So that could be financial resources, that could be home, that could be stability outside of prison. This is their hope. Unfortunately, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So here again, the answer is no. They will not see parole anytime soon. Certainly not within the next year. And at the base of the reading, the card underneath, thank you, David and Gary and Libby and whomever else uses this. But those are the 3 that I watch. Anyway, the underlying is judgment. And judgment, this is their justice. Knight of Pentacles, they're still hoping for that balance, that external abundance, the comfortable life. Here's more about what they're hoping for is that comfort, that ability to return to what most of us believe is a normal life. Unfortunately, the Hierophant in reverse, this is going off the rails. And that means the Eight of Cups in reverse, it's not happening. Their cups are emptying out. Their hopes are emptying. So we'll see where this goes. Thanks for sticking around and watching the whole video. If you got this far, I appreciate it. Let me come back on screen. Maybe, maybe. There we go. It's 12:20 a.m. and I've had a really long day of readings. So I'm a little loopy. Anyway, thank you for sticking around and staying to the end of this reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you're welcome to comment below. Please subscribe. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Generally, I have something up almost every day, somehow, some way. So I hope you enjoy the content of the channel. I'll post a few videos here at the end, around, and I do appreciate it. Remember that you are made of stardust and magic. You are far more powerful than you realize, and you are profoundly loved. Thanks again. Have a great day. Bye.